Shalom V'erev Tov, everyone. I'm back. Please let me know if this is a little bit better or if you've noticed any changes. I see myself on the website, so I know that that's working. I also see myself on Facebook, so I know that's working. If you're on, please let me know that. Please let me know if everything is still working for you or has improved. With that, let us go to the Shema and affirm our faith. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Eternal One is our God. The Eternal God is one. All right, I see things moving on the website. Shalom, Rebecca. How are you? And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to do all these commandments and to be holy to your God. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Let us go to the Micha Mocha. Shalom, Amy. How are you? Shalom, John. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha Nedar Ba'kodesh. Norati Lot Osefele. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Let us go to the Hashkivenu, our request for protection. Make us, Adonai, to lie down in peace, and awaken us again, our sovereign in life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us, and shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Praised are you, Adonai, eternal guardian of your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, shomer amo Yisrael la'ad. Amen. Let us go to the Chatzi Kadesh. Thank you, Marvin. יתגדל ויתקדש שמך רבה, בעלמא דברך רותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחייכו בישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם העלמא יתברך. יתברך וישתבח, ויפאר וירומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילם אין כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא, ואמרו amen. At this time, we'll have a moment of silent devotion, silent meditation, or silent reflection. And welcome, Joseph. Shalom. And shalom, Sharon. At this time, let us go to Tefillat Ha'amidah. Let us lift our spirits and raise our hearts and stand humbly in prayer. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, מביא גולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע. מוריד הטל, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמר אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. Shalom, Emily. Shalom, Roberto. Welcome everybody. We've now come to the Hoda'ah portion of our service. And it's been, we're still living in unprecedented times. We've got a pandemic that's still impacting the world, and certainly it's taking its toll within the U.S. Lost 2 civil rights leaders on the same day. Temperatures here on the East Coast is just like fire. It's hot and humid. Heat indexes of 105, 106 degrees. And, they're still on top of that, everything else that we have going on in our lives. And I tell you, it is just so easy to not remember our blessings. It's easy to complain. It's easy to be more, to see that glass as more half empty than half full. And so, I want us to set things aside, because truly we know that we all have points of light in our lives that have paved our journeys and paved our way. And that's why we're here. And, I want you to take this moment now to just set it aside, breathe, smile, and be present in your own journey. If you're not in the temperature setting you want to be, imagine that you are. And recall, remember, and acknowledge those loved ones in your lives, those achievements you've accomplished, those lessons that you've learned, the kindnesses and good fortunes that you've received, and share moments when you've had a joyful and grateful heart, moments when you've had a sense of peace, or any of your many and varied blessings. I'm going to read the Hoda'ah aloud in English while you do so, and if you are inclined, please type in at least one item for which you are truly grateful. We proclaim that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors throughout all time. You are the rock of our lives, the shield of our salvation in every generation. We thank you and praise you for our lives that are in your hand, for our souls that are in your charge, for your miracles that are with us daily, for your wonders and gifts that accompany us at all times, evening, morning, and noon. You are good, and your mercy is everlasting. You are compassionate, and your kindness never ending. We have always placed our hope in you. Marvin is grateful for air conditioning. Sharon is grateful for her family, friends, and home. I'm grateful for all of you. I too am grateful for air conditioning, although it's a little too chilly in here right now, and I've got on a little bit longer sleeves, but that's okay. I know how to adjust. I am truly grateful to be amongst Chaverim and Mishpacha. Emily is grateful for her family, home, and caring friends. Amy is glad that she has all of us to help her deal with her mean sister, and hope and pray that she'll be able to move soon. I'm grateful that it's summer. Even though it's warm out, but it's still summer. Thank you all so much for all these goodness and blessings. We shall ever praise and exalt you. May every living creature thank you and praise you faithfully, God of our deliverance and our help. Praised are you, Adonai, the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. Amen the Amen. The Varachana is grateful for family and friends. Thank you. And even as we uplift each other and we are grateful for so many blessings in our lives, we know that there are those who we want to uplift, including some, amongst us tonight, those who are in need of healing, those who are in need of recovery and restoration, those who are in need of strengthening hope and inspiration and encouragement, those who are in need of comfort and acceptance, those who are in need of solace and peace. At this time, please type in the names of those for whom you want the prayer for healing said. And as I read each name aloud, let us join together our collective healing energy to intend and pray for their complete healing, recovery, restoration, strengthening, encouragement, inspiration, hope, comfort, solace, acceptance, and peace. Heal us, Adonai, and we shall be healed. Help us, and we shall be saved, for you are our glory. Grant complete and perfect healing for all of our afflictions. May you, who blessed our ancestors, may it be your will to send complete healing of body, mind, and soul too. Sharon Williams, Javita Salas, Flory Rosenthal, Laura and David Perlman, Amy Handley, Alan Bennett, Don, Pam, Hazel, Bobby, and Rabbi Galit's husband, Bob. Martise Johnson, and as you type in names, as there are others, Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Beverly Fletcher, in the meantime, I will also add Baruch Ben Malka and Rabbi Judy, Rabbi Veronica, Anthony Ward, Stephanie, Lucy, Valerie, Aaron, Maddie, Trey, Mayo, Bonnie, Izumi, Malcolm, Rose, Albert, the Travolta and Preston families, the Rivera family, Terry, Bernard, Mary, and Joseph Aronofsky, the Vogel family, Shandel Bat Sharon, Meir Ben Sorka, Hannah Bat Shandel, Leah, Adnum Gabru, Miriam, the Evans and Jones family, Mabel Sanders, the Lewis family, the Vivian family, the Kevitt and Blaine families, Batya Malka Bas Perochaya, Susan, and Scott C. Ken and his family, the Langholt family, the Arbold family, Michael, John, the Allen family, the Sudberg family, Thang Nguyen, Wendy Vogel, Patty Vogel, the James family, the Adams, Williams, McKenzie, Grant families, Roland and Judy Hanson, the Franco family, those injured and families and friends of those who perished in tragedies of 2020, those with COVID-related illnesses, as well as family and friends of those who've perished because of COVID-19 related illnesses, our injured, our first responders and front lines people, our injured and wounded warriors and families and friends of those soldiers who have made the ultimate sacrifice, our brothers and sisters in worship who are affected and continue to be impacted by causeless hatred, anti-Semitism, racism, misinformation, misunderstanding, psychological and physiological inconsistencies that lead to violence and fatalities amongst assemblies. Williola, Fred, Sarah, Zechariah, Zephaniah, Zion, Israela, Leah, Rob, Rich, Sylvia, Matt and Eli, Aaron, Lucy, Marsha, Herbert, Rachel, Giloma Bat Rachel, Bill, Ahava Bat Miriam, Rav Jenny, Dave Poland, Rav Tony, the Terry family, the Cohen family, Saliha and the Chikiri family, and Steve Davis. Along with all others who suffer. And may those who tend to those who are ill Adonai be strengthened and encouraged, so that we may serve by intending and attending to their restoration, serving as an instrument of your healing and reflecting your blessing and goodness in their time of need. For you are the faithful and merciful God of healing. May this come to pass speedily in our day. Praised are you, Adonai, who is the healer of Israel, all people everywhere, and all your creation. And let us say, Amen, the Amen. And for all those whose names we have said aloud, as well as those whose names we still hold in our hearts and in our minds, for them do we intend and pray for a complete and speedy refuah shalema. Amen, the Amen. This time, let us go to the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. And it is said, and the Lord shall be sovereign over all the earth, and in that day shall the Lord be one, and Adonai's name one. Thank you, Emily. And Emily is also thankful for the angels who continue to watch over her and her family. At this time, let us remember those who have transitioned to the world beyond, to their eternal rest. And even though these precious and dearest souls are no longer with us physically, their lives, their legacies, their journeys, the memories are all ever imprinted in our hearts and in our minds. And so it doesn't matter how much time passes, we still hold them ever precious. If you are in mourning or are observing yahrzeit, please join me in saying the Mourner's Kaddish. And if you are so inclined, please feel free to type in the names of those whose memories you cherish and wish to honor this evening. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, b'yama divrach rutei, b'yamlich malchutei, b'chayei chonav yomei chonav chayei dechobei Israel, ba'galal vizman, kariv imru, Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipoar v'yirumam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma, v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yal kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimru. Amen. Tonight we are remembering Emily's grandmother on her 50th yahrzeit. Remembering Isaiah, Dov Bir Mir Ben Glika, George Floyd, Carl Reiner, John Lewis, C.T. Vivian, Don's Uncle Fred, Sadie Perlman. If there are others, please type in their names. In the meantime, we remember Steve Moser, Harry, Mary, Robert, Aronofsky, and Carol Martin. Remember Spencer Nelson and John Lewis. Remember Norman Love, Danielle Ben Leah, John Whitehead, Eileen Ringel, Irvie Sanders, and Winnie Evans, Casey Williams Jr. and Luba Franco, Rabbi Janie Gracken and Mina Plates. Remember Walter Hall. Remember Michael, Arlene May, Blue Man Skolnick, and Ruth Savin, Audrey McKenzie, Bernice Tunick. Remember Tom Sutphin, Stephanie's brother, Alice's grandmother, Goldie Cooper, Patrice Arbeau, Eric Garber, Kevin Burke, Cynthia Whiting, Ben Kapner, Betty Wright Zora, Angeline Mackenzie Adams, Ken's grandmother. We remember Nick Cordero and Kelly Preston, Stephen Kivett, C.T. Vivian, and John Lewis. Remember those who have succumbed to COVID-19 related illnesses. We remember those soldiers and warfighters who perished in their service. We remember those who perished as a result of tragedies of 2020. And we remember all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. All souls are with you, O Sovereign. So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts into wisdom. And teach us to live wisely and unselfishly, courageously and fruitfully, in truth and in understanding, in love and in peace, so that our remembrance of them will be more than just mere moments of regret, but rather serve as a catalyst for noble and inspired living. And may the names of those whose memories we cherish be for a blessing. And may we bring honor to them in our living, so that we may become worthy, and those who come after us may likewise remember us for good. As we this day remember those who were unto us a blessing. And we remember the young man who was killed in North Brunswick. And let us say, Amen. Well, Chaverim u'Mishpacha, we have come to the end of our Maariv service this evening, and thank you. We've seemed like we made it over the hump, if you will, with the technological challenges. So thank you all for bearing with. Of course, Shalom offers Maariv services every weeknight, Monday through Thursdays with JSLI rabbis, and Fridays Kabbalat Shabbat with Rabbi Steve. I think I'm actually coming on with you again this week. I believe it's on Wednesday. So I will get to see you again. In the meantime, we are in the 3 weeks between when the outer walls of the temple, commemorating that when the outer walls of the temple were breached, to the actual destruction of the first and second temples, Tisha B'Av. And so we'll see, I believe next week will be Tisha B'Av, if I have my calendar days correct. So also this week's parsha, we began Sefer Devarim, and if you are studying the parsha, also by the same name, you know, there's a lot of this parsha starts off with Moses recounting, and it's interesting because one of the things that stands out with me about this parsha is the use of the term davar and devarim, and the translation of it being either as things or as words. And so for me, that's something that resonates. But in this case, Moshe Rabbeinu is recounting to this newer generation of everything that they had been through in the last 40 years. And all of the different battles and moments, special moments that they've had, specifically identifying when they came up with the evil report and didn't want to go over into the land because they were afraid, based on the 12 spies. So they he goes through this in detail, but I will tell you what stands out for me the most in this parsha. And there is a verse that's translated as, it's, I believe, in the 2nd chapter. For the Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hand. He knows of your walking through this great desert, these 40 years that the Lord your God has been with you. You have lacked nothing. Now, that's that translation. So, the amorphizing and including the he aspect is basically translated from the tense used in the Hebrew, but basically with this verse brings to mind going back to the Hoda'ah. A lot of what we do, and when we're in the thick of it, we really do forget that everything. We really do forget what's going on, all the blessings in our lives, and that really that we are part of a grand design that does not want to see us fail, and that for whatever reason, there is some control that maybe we don't understand that's taking place. So I just want to remind you, you know, sometimes we don't get everything we want, but we do have to assess, do we have everything we need? And if we have everything we need, then we have lacked nothing. Just putting that out there, kind of paraphrasing a little bit of what Moshe Rabbeinu was sharing with the Bnei Israel, but I was like, you know what, this is my theme for the week. That's going to be my theme for the week, just to be grateful. And it's funny because as you read Rashi and some of the other sages, that's kind of the theme they take on as well with that specific pasuk. So I offer that to you, and if you're studying this week's parsha, I bid you great study. Well, Chaverim Mishpacha, thank you very much. Yes, Sharon, my voice is healing. It is healing. I think it's about 95% there. It still has its moments, but that could be the interchange of heat and air conditioning. But I want to thank you all so very much. Thank you, Rosalind. And I wish you all a very great evening. Please allow me to bless you with a threefold blessing before we go into our Monday evening, or in Rosalind's case, Tuesday morning. Yavrechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom. Thank you all again so much. Erev tovu, laila tovu, shavua tov. Please be safe. Please be well. Please be blessed. But most of all, please be a blessing. Shine your light, and I look forward to seeing you soon. If not later this week, then certainly next week. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. Be well. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.